Here we go. Congress blocks debate as the U.S. Israeli military supply chain controversy continues to rage on. So here we go. Storms over Washington, D.C. right now, political ones. And guys, like I put here in the beginning of this post on don'tspeaknews.com, America's done. This puts the final nail in the coffin of its sovereignty. And it's all over but the crime. America, you are now owned by Israel and the bankers, lock, stock, and barrel. As today, Congress blocked its own members from even voting on the plan to merge U.S. and Israeli military supply chains because they put forward an amendment. And the House Rules Committee refused to allow a vote on this amendment, challenging Section 219, the NDAA provision integrating American military technology and supply chains with Israel's. Massey said that no debate or vote was allowed on Section 219, the integration of the U.S. military technology and supply chains with Israel's. And Ro Khanna said, we do not even have the chance to vote in the House to stop Israel and the U.S. from co-producing weapons. No, because they're all bought off, every single one of them. And yeah, it was just bound to happen. The United States has been invaded and taken over by a foreign power. End of story. And they did it without firing a shot. Isn't that something? They did it from within. So we need to now fight to strip this amendment in the conference between the House and the Senate, they're saying. The provision advances as the $38 billion aid era winds towards its 2028 partnership replacement. And after the House rejected Massey's separate aid cut amendment, 314 to 104. Whatever one thinks of integration itself, this process is indefensible. Yeah, no debates allowed. Binding American defense production to any foreign state, ally or not, is exactly the kind of sovereignty question the House exists to debate. And the Rules Committee answered it by forbidding the debate. A measure confident of its own merits wins a floor vote. A measure smuggled past one admits that it can't. And I agree completely. And then I found this cartoon in the same Twitter thread here. As you can see, they've got all the AIPAC supporters in a barrel, and they're shoving them off the cliff, getting rid of them. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what we'd like to do, right? But we can't. But the good news is Jesus Christ is returning soon. He's King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and he's going to set things right. And these guys right here are not going to like it one bit. So there we go. Also, what happens next now? Well, right here. Next steps in controversy. Because the two chambers have passed different versions, or in the Senate's case, not yet passed the bill, negotiators must reconcile the differences in the conference committee before sending a final identical bill to President Donald Trump. Critics, including some lawmakers and advocacy groups like CARE, argue that the measure compromises American sovereignty by merging military technologies, while supporters like AIPAC and bill sponsors contend it's essential for maintaining technological superiority and accelerating defense innovation. All on behalf of Israel, of course. None of this benefits the American people one single bit. It never has. It never has. Anyway, there we are. That's what's going on with this bill. We talked about it last week when the Senate voted against it. It was just a procedural thing because it was going to come back around very soon, and here we are. And that'll be it for this particular segment. God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.